You are listening, like I said, to Funhouse Radio. I am Christopher Cardamone, joined by fabulous co-host, fashionista, Tanya Krupi.
Hello.
That's right. Now, I've teased it for way too long. It is now time. I am going to dish on my 2 personal encounters with Gina Liano. Now, she's released a brand new book. Now, Gina Liano, Queen of Real Housewives of Melbourne, mind you. She's released a brand new book, which is called Fearless. I can't wait to read it. Now, I met her at a signing. I went to buy the book and get it signed because I'm a huge fan, aren't I?
You are.
I'm
massive.
a huge fan. I went to get it signed by her, and I was so nervous, and I was lining up, and I didn't know what to say, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know what to think, and I didn't know what to feel. But anyway, as I approached her, now I have to say, guys, she looked just as fabulous in real life as she does on TV. Perfectly made up. Actually, even more beautiful in real life.
Oh, wow.
Just spectacular. The way she presents herself, amazeballs. Anyway, so she signed my book and took the photo with her. I mentioned Funhouse Radio and I said, God, it would be an honor and a privilege if maybe one day you could be on my show. And she took my card and she said, oh, thanks, darling. Very polite, very gracious, very warm. Anyway, so that's not the big news.
No.
All right, so here we go.
So this was planned. You knew you were going to meet her,
Yeah, I knew I was going to meet her. Like, she was meeting 100 million different people that same day. I'm just a face in the crowd buying her book, This, though, it's just unbelievable how this happened.
This is where it gets crazy.
All right, so last night I am out with my great friends, including the one and only Tanya. Yep. And we went to see a comedy show, Tommy Little. Awesome. Very
really
funny.
Good show.
Really good show. Awesome show. So anyway, we went to see Tommy Little and afterwards he was doing a meet and greet. So, we were thinking, should we line up and meet him? And then we thought, line's pretty long. It was a long line and we were a little bit peckish. And we decided not to. And then we kind of kicked ourselves. We thought, why did we do that?
We could have just waited.
Silly. We should have waited, took a photo, introduced ourselves. It would have been fun.
Especially because Chris and one of our friends got, picked on by him. We were in the front row.
I don't know why we didn't. But
anyway.
In the meantime, Tanya and I have been talking about Housewives all night. I was dishing to her about, the meeting of her when I got my book signed, and I was telling her all about it, and then we were quoting Gina all night, and we were just quoting back and forth. I'll give you my opinion, but you better be ready to hear it. All right? Amongst others.
I do, in fact.
I'd go and combust in a corner. Seriously? No interest. God, she's good. She's got some great one-liners. Anyway, so we've been talking about her all night, and I was saying to Tanya how, it would be just an honour and a privilege to meet her again, or to interview her on my show, or just to talk to her again, and to, it would be just an honour. And we were talking about it all night. It's just driving me crazy. Anyway, after Tommy Little, we decided not to meet and greet with him, and we walked to Crown to have coffee. And for some strange reason, we go to a place, get rejected because there's too many people.
Or we would have had to wait.
We would have had to wait. So we thought, let's walk. We ended up walking for 40 minutes.
No, it wasn't 40 minutes. It was like... Oh.
Why are you stepping on my story? Why are you stepping on my story? All right. It was almost half an hour.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It was at least 25 minutes.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Thank you.
Well, 25 to 40 is a big difference.
25 minutes, not 40. Oh, my God. Anyway, and we're walking around and we're thinking, what are we doing just walking? We walked to the car park.
We at least wanted to sit down.
So we walked back to the restaurant we got rejected at and we got a table. Right? Anyway, sat down, talking more about Gina. Anyway, so our group splits. 2 of them go into their own car, and then Tanya and I and another friend are going to catch a tram. We're walking to the tram, and Tanya needs to go to the toilet. So Tanya says, there are toilets here. And I say, no. There are toilets back there. Let's go to those ones. I've used them before. And she goes, okay. And we're walking, and then Tanya goes, there's toilets over here.
In the lobby.
And I said, no, we're going to
We'll go to the ones downstairs. I'm like, all right, whatever.
We have to go to and I guess it didn't make sense because the lobby was probably
on our way out.
And I'm like, no, let's go down these ones. Anyway, so Anthony and Tanya go to the toilet, and And
I said, Chris, do you have to go?
Yeah, and do you want to go? And I'm like, nah, really, I don't have to. So I'm left on my own. And I take a seat on a staircase that's there, and I'm just looking out at the area and...
just waiting for us.
Just waiting for, as you do. As you do. Anyway, so this is the most amazing part. On my screensaver on my phone is Gina, myself and Gina from the book signing when I met her there. And I'm just, when you're bored, you just look at you just look at the time. I'm just looking at the time. And her face is there, and then I'm looking at her and I'm thinking, God, she's amazing. Isn't she amazing? She's wearing this gorgeous red dress. And I kid you not, folks, it's like a movie. It's like a scripted movie. I'm looking at this woman on my phone. I look up, and in front of me is Gina Liano.
Crazy.
Now, I honestly, in all sincerity, thought I was hallucinating.
Mirage.
Because I thought I was looking at her on the phone, and you look up, you see someone that looks like that person, and you just place them there. Like you think, oh,
that's them.
That's and I didn't think. Once I pinched myself and realised that it was Gina, I was hyperventilating. My heart was beating out of my chest. I thought, oh my God, this is unbelievable. We've been talking about it all night. If we went to the toilets Tanya wanted to go to, we would have missed her. If I went to the toilet, we would have missed her. If we saw Tommy Little at the meet and greet, we would have missed her. If we didn't walk around for 25 minutes searching for a cafe, we would have missed her. It was completely meant to be. I died.
Pretty much.
And it was just amazing to me that I was on my own because I was with 5 friends all night. And that moment, I was on my own. There was no one around. Anyway, so she was doing something, so I didn't want to disturb her. And I thought when she walks away, that's when I have to say something. I don't want to disturb her in the middle of something. So anyway, she starts walking away. She was with her son, who's a strapping young man. Shout out to Gina's son. Sorry if I freaked you out. But anyway, so they start walking off, and I just, my gut tells me, and I had in my head the fact that we didn't meet Tommy Little, and I was kicking myself, and I thought I can't do that again.
And the time that we were at the same place as...
we were at the same place as Janet and Lydia from Housewives of Melbourne once, and I didn't go up because I don't know, I get really I don't want to disturb you. I know you've got your own life. You don't want a fan gawking after you, but I thought to myself, no, I have to do this. Plus, I met her already, and I tweeted a photo to her. She favorited it, so I felt like I had to.
You've got a rapport going.
I had to take advantage. So I go, Gina. So I start following her and I go, Gina. She doesn't turn around. And I just get that flashback again of, I need to put myself out there. I can't let it slip away like I always do. Gina! I scream, right? Gina turns around and gives me one of those half smiles like, okay. Like there's someone screaming at me.
Who's this Cocoa Pop?
In the middle of Crown. And I just said, Gina, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I cannot believe I'm seeing you. I just wanted you to know you're my screensaver. And I showed her my phone desktop and I showed her the picture of us two together and I said, we met at your book signing. And she takes a moment, she stops, she looks at me and she goes, oh my God, you look familiar. I thought you looked familiar. And I said, yeah, I was the one that wanted you to possibly do my radio show. I host Funhouse Radio and maybe one day you could be on it. It would be awesome. And she went, that's right. And she puts her hand on my shoulder and leans in and kisses me. Gina Liano kissed me. And she said, how are you, darling? And I said, I'm good. How are you? And then I said, I tweeted the photo of us two and you favorited it. And she said, oh, that's right. Yeah, of course. And I said, anyway, Gina, have a great night. And she said, yeah, you too, darling. And I said, I'm going to tweet you again. And she said, please do. And she walked off. I am left in the middle of Crown with strangers around me. Tanya and Anthony are still not... They're taking forever in the bathroom.
And I even thought to myself, geez, I'm taking ages. The boys are probably waiting.
They were forever. And I start spinning, like literally spinning, and just... and I'm looking around at the strangers like, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you hear that? Did you see? Oh, my God, it was Gina. Did you see? She kissed me. Oh, my God. I'm fanning out and I'm thinking, thank God I kept cool and calm when she was around because after she left I freaking panicked. I just lost it. And then Anthony was the first to come out and I just go, Anthony, feel my chest. And my heart was literally...
It was racing. By then, I'm coming out hearing this commotion. I'm thinking, oh, what's funny? They're laughing and carrying on about something. I'm like, what's wrong? Christian whips around and he gets my hand, puts it on his chest, and it was really fast.
I think you could see my heart shape pounding out of my chest.
You pretty much
like a cartoon. And I just got hot. It was such a cold night. I was stripping. I was hot. I was flustered. I was, it was just such a...
Just the way it happened. It was just crazy.
It was a wonderful, wonderful moment. And she's so humble and warm. And I just want to thank her. Because, she doesn't need to be that warm and loving to people.
No, she doesn't.
And she is. And she's just a genuine person. So, Gina Liano, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being so gracious. I really appreciate it. Both times I met you, you were just a joy. And maybe you'll be on my radio show.
Oh, I hope
Funhouse
so.
Radio wants Gina Liano. This is the campaign that I'm starting tonight. Gina Liano has to be on Funhouse Radio. We've got to make it happen.
It has to.
We've got to make it happen.
Just a phone call. That's all we ask.
Listen, if I had my way, she'd be in here co-hosting the whole 2 hours with me. And, of course, that invitation is open at any time. But even just phone in, every now and then you can phone in.
Every now and then.
I
love it.
And we would love to hear from you, Gina, and we're huge fans. And...
I know, I can't believe I missed her again. I was so close.
It was so meant to be, folks. Like the fate, the coincidence, it's just destiny playing its part. I couldn't believe it. No. I was stunned. I was absolutely stunned by how the night played out.
It's all good, Chris. It's all good. You'll be right.
I'm hyperventilating. It's just, things like that just don't happen.
No, especially it was just that 30-second block and you're just in the right place, the right time.
Yeah.
For what reason that we will be determined to find out. I think.
I think that there's big things in the future for myself and Miss Gina Liano.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, I'm good people.
He's pretty fun.
I'm pretty fun. I might sound crazy. Well, I'm a bit crazy, but who isn't?
Yeah, that's right.
Who isn't a bit crazy?
Some more than others, but
There's the story. I've laid it out. You are now part. You're on the journey with me, folks. We've got to get Gina Liano on Funhouse Radio. She is absolutely amazing. Real Housewives of Melbourne, of course, airs tonight, 8:30 p.m. on Arena,
yes.
Foxtel's Arena. Make sure you keep posted because it's getting really good. Especially the last 2 episodes, and now it's just getting really juicy. It's just an awesome, awesome, awesome show.
Love it.
Anyway, absolutely lovely. Gina, once again, thank you so much, and I hope to have you on the show.